Hello, fellas. Let's sit down. Let's talk. Guys, a big, huge thing just happened. So if you're looking at the screen now, leave the source in the description. Mega Evolutions just got a buff this generation. And this kind of came out of nowhere. No one expected Mega Evolution to get a buff because essentially this whole esque of Mega Evolutions within this generation is supposed to be like, I guess they're trying, what Gimmick is trying to do is replace them with like Z moves and stuff like that. That's why they're banned. Z moves are like the thing that are focused here, and the professor is focused on Z moves. So usually what the professor is most focused on makes sense. Generation 2, breeding, I don't remember Generation 3, but you know what I mean. I think it was weather or something like that. I don't know. Basically, a lot of things happened here. We're going to sit down and talk, of course. Enjoy the video, subscribe, let's talk. So Mega Evolutions now actually get their full stats upon Mega Evolution. Let me explain this. Example, Mega Bayonet, Mega Lopunny, Mega Gallade. I'm going to talk about Mega Bayonet first. Mega Bayonet before would have to run Protect in order to just get its Prankster off the next turn. Its ability into speed stat would not transfer over up until the following turn. That's how Game Freak created Mega Evolutions and how they've always been since last generation. Now, within Generation 7, the Alola region, you can Mega Evolve with Bayonet and you no longer need to run Protect. You can simply just you start off when you Mega Evolve. So Bayonet holds a Mega Evolution, you click Mega Evolve, you start off now with the Prankster ability, and you now start off with the speed stat upon where you had it at by Mega Evolving. Before it used to be to where it would be the speed stat and the ability would not transfer over. Now they transfer over the same turn they Mega Evolve, whereas before it used to be after. That's huge. With Lopunny and Gallade, they would have to run like, I don't know really much about Gallade, but I know with Lopunny and Medicham, they would have to run like Fake Out. And then the following turn, it's free setup. You know, it's free setup because you Fake Out and then you absolutely freely get your ability, and you get your, you get your ability. That might be confusing me. I'm probably confused. You get your speed stat essentially transferred over. So I don't know much about ability. It only works that way for the ability for Mega Bayonet. Most of the Pokemon, their ability to just kind of go over. So you're chilling there. You're most definitely chilling there. Because I know my Diancie, you Mega Evolve to Protect and Magic Bounce. So it's only really Mega Bayonet there with the ability. But this is huge because now Lopunny doesn't. You can still run Fake Out, but now you honestly don't need to because its speed stat gets the freaking buff the same turn. This is a huge buff for Megas because no longer we need to run things like Protect or Fake Out. They only ran most of that stuff, so you can continue to guarantee the speed stat over next turn. It's the same turn now. That's huge. And I think maybe they did this because with Z moves, you can Protect the Z move, and then that whole Z move is useless. So I think now they made it to where the Pokemon that did need to Protect in order to gain their speed stat through the following next turn, they don't need to no longer do that. So I feel like, again, this is more along tied. This is tied with Z move. It says here, turn order is not determined after Mega Evolution. A level 10 Mega Bayonet move before a level 43 execute. The guy tested it out. Basically, Mega Bayonet now gets priority on its first turn of Mega Evolutions, but Mega Sableye no longer does. Mega Beedrill, Diancie will also now be less reliant on Protect to Mega Evolve safely. Yup. Two calm Pokemon that do hit Protect. He said this basically Mega Bayonet now gets priority on its first turn of Mega Evolution, while Mega Sableye no longer does. And Mega Sableye would only get priority because he would still carry over the Prankster that same turn he Mega Evolves. So he could get like a free Willow, a free Recover, anything like that. To whereas now, Mega Sableye can no longer do that. He loses the ability Prankster instantly that same turn, and he now also loses that speed stat. Mega Sableye, I think, is much slower actually than regular Sableye. So now Mega Sableye, this is a nerf for Mega Sableye, because Mega Sableye can only get the free Willow that he used to before he would Mega Evolve the same turn, and now he no longer gets that speed which Mega Sableye would hold. So a lot of Pokemon like that, like Mega Heracross. Mega Heracross is pretty threatening because it keeps the same speed stat as Heracross would. And Heracross is faster than Mega Heracross. So Mega Heracross would be scary because it'd be that same speed stat of Heracross. And if I look it up here, we're going to look this up here right now within my decks. I keep my ride on. If I look up here, Heracross, regular Heracross's base speed is 85. but Mega Heracross's base speed is 75. That 10 points actually makes it very different because the Pokemon a base 125 attack who Mega evolves, it gets base 185 physical attack and a fighting type as well. That close combat is hurting much more and is going to be fast that first turn, the same turn. Now, Mega Heracross does not carry over the speed as regular Heracross because he'll instantly now when you Mega Evolve Heracross to Mega Heracross, he'll start off now at 75 speed rather than starting off with 85 speed. It's huge. Another Pokemon again like the guy mentioned, Mega Beedrill. Mega Beedrill would have to run Protect because he's so frail and Mega Beedrill gets a massive jump increase in a lot of his stats. Like he's a Pokemon that becomes so widely different, it's crazy. Regular Beedrill is 75 base. Actually, let's look at that. Regular Beedrill, 75 speed, 90 attack. Mega Beedrill, 145 speed, 150 attack, adaptability, which boosts its stab moves. So, Jesus Christ, it would help Mega Beedrill out so much because he absolutely had to run Protect. If you don't run Protect on your Mega Beedrill, you either have Balls of Steel, you're brave as shit, or you're crazy. So now regular Beedrill does no longer need to run Protect. It Mega Evolves and literally all of that transfers over that exact same turn it Mega Evolves. So the 145 speed and the 150 physical attack transfer over that exact same following turn. That is absolutely crazy. Mega Evolution's gotta buff this generation because that's buffing them if anything. Sure, it's not the world's most crazy buff, but it's still a buff. Everybody thought these Pokemon are gonna be forgotten because they're banned from official competitive format and they said you can only find the Megas that you can only use Megas that are found within the generation. So no, definitely not. Another good Mega that we can also talk about as well, Mega Diancie. Diancie was a Pokemon that absolutely just does not hit hard. It has 100 special attack, 100 physical attack. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. But compared to its Mega, which has 160 in both of them with 110 speed, and regular Diancie is slow as shit. All the other stats transfer over, but the speed stat is one thing that does not transfer over. So regular Diancie would be at 50 base speed, and then Mega Diancie, if you didn't run Protect on it for some weird reason, you would still be at base 50 speed. I think Game Freak did it this way so that Megas can't really be too busted. Because some Megas within the certain conditions could be incredibly scary. And now it's like, you don't need to worry about that. Have no fear. Megas are here. They can hit like a truck now and have that speed stat to help them couple with it. Because now when Diancie Mega Evolves, you don't need to run Protect on it anymore. You now can Mega Evolve with your regular Diancie into Mega Diancie with no Protect. And you now gain that 110 base speed, which is a really good speed stat. A lot of common mons are around there. The Lottie twins. You have to speed a lot of common mons. Speed tie with them. Mega Gardevoir, Chomp, Kyurem Black, Keldeo. So... and Keldeo's 108, so now you outspeed it without having to run Protect. I can't tell you how many times I have brought in my Diancie within a Specs Keldeo and have gone for Protect just to Mega Evolve, and then that next turn I outspeed it because his choice specs and his base speed is 108 and Mega Diancie's base speed is 110, which means I'm 2 points higher than it and I guaranteed outspeed it. That is definitely going to be huge. Now you no longer have to go into that whole stressful situation. You no longer have to hit Protect. And with some Pokemon which abilities don't couple over, like Mega Bayna I think might be the only one, you no longer have to worry about Prankster not transferring over. In a Mega Sableye, you no longer have to fear a Mega Sableye Mega Evolve in that same turn, or regular Sableye Mega Evolve in that same turn, and getting off a free Willow, you know, a free Toxic, a free... any recover, any free thing, because he would still, the Prankster would transfer over and he would not get Magic Bounce yet. Don't worry about that now. He gets Magic Bounce the same turn now. That is so huge, guys. This is so huge. A lot of Pokemon as well. Another good example. Another good example as well is Camerupt. Within his respective tier, I would sometimes see Camerupt without TR teams, and this would be very, very rare, but again, it's another example. Regular Camerupt is base speed of 40, whereas Mega Camerupt is base speed of 20. Sure, his Mega really prospers that much with under Sticky Webs or under Trick Room, especially Trick Room is a monster in Trick Room. He like no longer has to worry about, you no longer have to worry about like Mega Camerupt outspeeding one of your slow bulky mons now, because he will start off now with base 20 speed, rather before he used to start off with the base 40 Camerupt speed, since speed stat would not transfer over. Another example, again, we could look at a lot of other Pokemon here. Another one again is Alakazam. Alakazam gets a whopping much faster speed stat of 120. Is regular Mega Alakazam. I gotta slow down. Slow down. Regular Alakazam. Okay, regular Alakazam gets 120 speed, and then Mega Alakazam gets 150. So Before that would not transfer over, and now it does. So let's say hypothetically that is a mon that's 120 base speed that you need to outspeed something like, what's a good example here, like Jolteon and Crobat. You know, regular Alakazam could not safely come in and Mega Evolve in front of those two Pokemon because they outspeed it. Now, you can do that and kill off Crobats. You can do that and kill off Jolteons. Nobody runs Scarf variants of those two. They're already stupid fast. You can now do that now. You can play it so differently. With Pokemon like Mega Alakazam, they wouldn't really run Protect. They would just burn the Mega. So essentially what I mean that is kind of like slang in competitive terms. You would lead off with it sometimes just to get the Mega Evolution off, or you would bring it in a situation where you normally don't need to, but you would bring it in just to get off a free Mega Evolution, to where now no longer you have to do that. You are chilling. It's amazing. That's my thoughts on it though, guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments down below. I'm Nick. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.